where you grew up and what you're known for.
Okay, POD, the Donna Davis 305. Born and raised inside Miami, Florida, Jackson Memorial Hospital. I'm originally from Robin Hood. A lot of people may not know where that's at, but that's in the Liberty City district of Miami. Went to West Little River Elementary, Madison Junior High. Played football for Northside, Optimist, swim team for Arcola. You feel me? So I've always been like extracurricular. You feel me? Got into music. Really, I've been doing music all my life. My mom is a professional singer. She was with the Supremes, the New Supremes. My dad is a drummer for Casey and the Sunshine Band. So music has always been like a very impactful part of my life. And so that's how I got into doing the music thing altogether, was raised in it.
Okay, and how did you, as a kid, how did you meet Charles Trahan and get into doing music together with Charles?
Actually, I was into rapping, singing, and playing musical instruments as a kid. And so I met Charles by way of one of my close friends, Dwayne Webb and Anthony Stewart. And Dwayne Webb introduced me to Charles, and I found out he rapped, you know what I'm saying? But he was more of a like comedic type rapper. Like, he made funny little stories and stuff like that. And I was more of a lyricist. And so when I met him, you know what I'm saying, we kind of like clicked. And so I started mixing my stuff in with his stuff. He started mixing his stuff in with mine. And so one day Dwayne takes us to Magic City Car Wash and Video. His brother P-Man Sam owned it, and he introduced us to Sam. And actually, it's kind of funny because Sam was finna get ready to sign these two other dudes to a contract. And I seen them, and I was like, "You finna get them a record deal?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Man, I'm better than them. Like, we'll battle them for the deal." He was like, "Y'all are battling them for the deal." I was like, "Yeah, we'll battle them right now for the contract." And so he was like, "Okay, well, that's pretty interesting, so let's do it." And so we ended up battling the dudes for the contract, and the rest is history. Apparently, y'all know who won, you know what I'm saying? Because Younger Restless was brought into play.
What year was that around?
This was 1987. 1987. I was 16 then. I was 16. Yeah.
So Sam comes into place now. He signs you guys, and you guys get a deal with him. Now, your parents are involved with this?
Actually, that's another funny part to it, because like as I mentioned earlier, my mom is a professional singer, so she was out on tour at the time when I got the contract. And so I took it to my aunt that I was staying with at the time in Carol City, my Auntie Ann, God bless the dead. I took the contract to her, and my aunt refused to sign it because she didn't know anything about the music industry. But we had to have the contracts turned back in like within 2 days. So I called my mom, and she was like, "Baby, there's no way I'd beat her to look over it or nothing like that." So I was like, "Okay, Mom, don't worry about it." So I forged my mom's signature on the contract. You feel me? I forged my mom's signature on my contract and turned it back in. And that's how we ended up signing the deal with P-Man Sound. And so in doing that, I started writing a lot more records. Charles started writing some records or whatever else. And then Sam took us into our first recording studio. And that was like big. That's how I met Eric Griffin, rest in peace. He put most of the tracks together for our album. And he introduced the record Poison Ivy to us. I had wrote B-Girls like maybe a year and a half before I even met Sam. And so we go in, we're doing some records, and then he introduces Poison Ivy to us. And me being a lyricist, if you know the record Poison Ivy, I hated the record. I didn't want to record the song at all. And so him and Sam dropped us off to his production studio, and he was like, "Y'all rehearse this song right here, and we'll be back." And because they had to go and do something, ain't no telling what it was, knowing them, but ain't no telling what it was. So they left. They left us there for about 2 hours. And honestly speaking, we didn't rehearse the record once. We listened to it one time, cut it off, and we played in this man's house the entire time they was gone. And Eric had a nice house, and we was all over. We was in his room. on his beat machines, in his refrigerator. We did everything other than rehearse the record. So they come back, we drop down on the couches, they walk in the house, they're like, what's up, y'all ready? So we like, yeah, we ready. So we get to the studio, we recorded the song at Quad Studios in North Miami Beach. So we get to the studio, and we go in the booth, and I say, Charles, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna relay the vocals. Because they wanted me to do the first verse, Charles do the second verse. And I was like, nah, that's that simple shit. I said, nah, we gonna relay. So he was like, what's relay? I said, you know how Ron DMC do? He'd be like, Ron DMC, a jam master of J, Ron DMC, anything. You know what I'm saying? I said, we're gonna do it like that. So I'm gonna do, well, I know a girl named Trudy. You do, and Trudy got that booty. She like to shake it real hard, but you best not let the girl fall. You know what I'm saying? I said, that's how we're gonna do it. So you're like, okay, bum. And like, one take. Like, no rehearsals, no nothing, just spoke, this how we gonna do it. And the record came out phenomenal, you know what I'm saying? Like, we did what we do naturally, just had fun on the record. We knew what we was in there to do, and we killed it. Like, there was never a rehearsal to it, and that's how Poison Ivy ended up becoming one of my favorite songs, because like how Eric Griffin presented the record, when he laid the dummy track for it, it sounded awful. It was awful. He was like, well, I know a girl named Trudy. And Trudy got it. And I was like, man, I'm not doing that shit, man. So we heard it and left it. Went in the studio, I told him we're gonna relay on it, and we killed it. Murdered it the first time, you feel me? So it was a one-take song. B-Girls was a little more difficult because when I wrote the record, I wrote it in 2 different tempo bases. If you know the record B-Girls, then you know like the verses are way slower. Then when the hook come in and speed up, B stands for Bronco, W bass. So me presenting that to Eric Griffin, him having to like change tempos throughout the same song was something he'd never experienced before. He never had to do nothing like that. So he did a great job with that, told me to slow the hook down a little bit, which slowed the verses down a little bit. I wasn't in agreement with it because that wasn't how I wrote it, but that was like one of the key learning points that I had acquired at the time when it came down to making music is sometimes as a writer, you don't really know what's best as a consumer. So you have to listen to your A&R, you have to listen to your producers, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody plays a part in this, you know what I'm saying? And so,
it's hard to play every single part.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So that was a great thing right there. So when we ended up doing the song B-Girls, we did it perfectly. And the funny part to this story is the end of the song, when we say bars on a Cadillac, Bronx, song supposed to went off right there. It was not supposed to be any more to the record. Me and Charles, being the dudes we is, Cadillac Brown, Cadillac Brown, Cadillac Brown. Like all this was freestyle. None of this was written, wasn't practiced, wasn't rehearsed or nothing. And so at my peripheral vision, I'm looking inside the glass booth in the control room at P-Man Sound and Eric Griffin, and they end up losing their minds. They like, no, and like cut. But we just kept, like we ignored them, you know what I'm saying? Cadillac, from Cadillac. You know, so we just had our fun. And it turned out that was the biggest part of the record. Like, the people loved it. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing I be like telling artists when I speak to them now, when I do like music summits and stuff like that. I tell them like, y'all done lost way of having fun with the music. Like, everything is about being killers and drug dealers and pimps and gangsters, and there is no fun in the music. You gotta have fun in the music because that's what people gravitate to. They want a sense of normalcy. They want to have something that attaches them to you. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell a lot of people, it's easier to fit 100 people into, it's easier for you to fit yourself in 100 people's life than to fit 100 people into yours, because 100 people don't do what you do, but you might do what 100 people do, you know what I'm saying? So have fun in the music. And so that's how B-Girls ended up being done and becoming as big as it is because of the fun part in the music. And that's how that record was born. I wrote that song actually at Carol City, going out to the ice cream trucks. The girls wouldn't talk to us if we went to school. Like, unless your dad was a drug dealer or you was, they wouldn't talk to you. Yeah, they wouldn't talk to you. So we walked to the trucks one day and I was like, damn. And I was with my homeboy Steve Bass, and Bass was like, man, these ain't nothing but B-Girls. And I was like, B-Girl? What's a B-Girl? Man, these hoes want bars, they want Bengals, they want Broncos, and I bust out laughing. I said, I'm finna write that, you know what I'm saying? And so I wrote the song in class, and it was just a school joke record, you know what I'm saying? Right. But it ended up turning out to be an international hit.
In those days, and I know about payola and stuff like that, just from different interviews with people, do you think, was P-Man Sam involved with getting you up?
In all actuality, we were signed to Sam's label, so us being 17, 16, the payola part, dealing with...
did you see any of that?
I saw everything.
You did see it?
I saw everything. And Sam didn't pay his way through the industry. He dropped the records off and then showed back up a week later and threw people against walls and jacked motherfuckers up and told them they couldn't come outside the radio station if our shit ain't come on before their shift was over. and that's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? People, a lot of times people tend to...
Was he a big dude or just a tough dude?
Say what?
I never knew Sam, so Sam, was he just a big dude that could handle people, or he just was a powerful dude?
Sam was,
take care of business?
Sam was on that. Like, wherever you want it, however you want it, whenever you want it, whatever you want it, he was on that. Like, wasn't no, and that's what I was finna get into. Like, people a lot of times misconstrue my demeanor. I'm a real cool dude. I'm cool as shit. You feel me? Like, but I'm no nonsense. I'm no bullshit, and I'm on the bullshit. You feel me? But I got it honest because the people who I grew up around inside this industry was all gangsters. It wasn't none of this fuddy-duddy shit. Wasn't no such thing as we paying no motherfucking DJ to play our shit. That did not happen. You know what I'm saying? My first CEO was a fucking gangster. You know what I'm saying? And all his homeboys was henchmen. You feel me? So it was like, do what the fuck we say, or we gonna do what the fuck we wanna do. And that was just that, period. So when it came down to me dealing with certain promoters and certain artists and certain producers, somehow or another I ended up, how can I put it? I ended up taking all of that in and using the same demeanor. And so I'm no bullshit. Like, I'm not paying no producer for no beat I ain't heard yet. I'm not doing that. I'm not paying no DJ to play my fucking record. I'm never gonna do that shit. I've never done a mix CD in my life. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Like, what is a mix CD? I'm finna go in here and pay a producer for a beat, pay for studio time, record it. I'm gonna pay to get it mixed. I'm gonna pay to get it mastered. I'm gonna pay to get it pressed, and then I'm gonna give you my shit for free? You got me fucked up, right? That's never been part. I don't know where these new niggas get that shit from, but I call them closet rappers. Like you niggas who got a mic in your closet and your little laptop with your Reason and Fruity Loop on it, all that like software cheating shit. You have no equipment. Y'all created the mix CD because you couldn't get a rap deal. You couldn't get a record deal by a major label or a major distributor. You couldn't do that, and so you started giving your shit away to get notoriety, I guess. But I don't do that. That's not what I do. I'm gonna do what I do musically. I'm gonna hand a DJ my shit if I have to hand it to him, and he gonna play my shit. And that's just what it is. Now, if you don't wanna play my shit, that's cool too. I'll get the next DJ to play it, but I'm not giving you a fucking dollar. Who the fuck is you? Like,
how do you feel about the whole YouTube thing?
I like YouTube. I like YouTube. The reason why I like YouTube is because it allows people to exploit themselves and their talents and things that they're doing and all this other kind of stuff, right? Getting their subscribers to follow them. All that shit there is great because it brings awareness to you and the culture of what we're doing, which gets the labels, the major labels, to recognize you and possibly exploit you and your talent to get you a check. So I fuck with the YouTube thing. That's cool, but at the end of the day, I'm not a YouTube dude. I wasn't brought up on that. Like, I'm an MTV rap dude, you feel me? I'm a love and hip hop dude. I'm a BET 106 and Park dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have none of this shit. No. All these other people got. So, in a sense, I respect the new game, but I don't because, like, a lot of the new people that's coming out, y'all don't have to work as hard. When I say, like, really gangsters brought me into this shit, I mean that. You know what I'm saying? I mean that. Like, I've been in the streets all my life. all of it. Like my mom used to be going a lot on tour, my dad used to be going a lot on tour, so they were never home, and so my grandparents kept me. So I was always in the streets. I hear a jam on 15th, and me and my cousins would walk to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so like when it comes down to the industry now, I just don't believe in paying anybody to do anything. I mean, let's say for instance, I pull up in 99 Jams and I say, oh, hey Nasty, boy, I got my new shit, play it for me. And you tell me, okay, well, shoot me 1,500.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, cool. Then my very next question is, did Jeezy give you 1,500 to play his shit? Did Wayne give you 1,500 to play his shit? Did Drake, yeah, fuck all that. Cause see, them fuck niggas don't live in my city. I do. I make my city what it is. If it wasn't for me and what we did, our city wouldn't be recognized musically for shit. Therefore, I'm not paying you to do a fuck thing. Them niggas ain't paying you and they ain't even from here. Y'all hail these niggas and praise these niggas and hold these niggas up to certain standards, and them pussy niggas don't like come down here and do shit for our city. Them niggas ain't coming to your kids' birthday parties. These niggas ain't like sliding through the club where you at just because you there on the they not doing that. So fuck you gonna ask me to do it. I'm gonna give you 1,500, then you got your little $2 Tuesday and you want me to come to G5 and fuck, no, nigga, now you got me fucked up. I'm not paying no nigga for nothing. I ain't paying no nigga for nothing. You feel me?
Did you guys sign with Pandisc or what was up with Base Station Records?
Base Station Records was in existence for quite a while, and P-Man Sam and this dude by the name of Candyman, Norberto Morales, God bless his dead, they own Base Station Records. So Sam incorporated P-Man Sam Productions. And so we signed with P-Man Production, we got a distribution deal through Pandisc, which later we ended up signing directly with Pandisc because they voided the contract with Sam because he went to the feds a little after we put out the records, Poison Ivy and B-Girls. Once the album dropped, Sam had to turn himself into the feds. And so that's how we ended up signing directly with Pandisc Records because the void of contract with P-Man and Sam.
And how was your relationship with Leon with Pandisc?
Pandisc, I had a all right relationship with them, and then like, okay, so let me just put it like this at first. Let me just go ahead and lay all this shit out, right? Okay, so like they hit me for like $1.3 million, you feel me, on my first album. They hit Charles for $1.3 million on the first album. They hit Sam for $2.6 million on our first album. So because of the technicalities in it by us not being signed directly to Pandisc, Bo Crane, which is the owner, felt like he didn't owe us. And by Sam going to the feds, it voided the contract, and so he felt like he didn't have to pay him either. So he just ate off us, you feel me? So on the second album.
But when you're telling me 1.3 and owed directly to you?
Owed directly to me, 1.3 million at 17. Owed me 1.3 million. Yeah.
And never got paid for it?
I never got paid for that. You feel me? Owed Charles 1.3 million. Never got paid for that. Owed Sam 2.6. Never got paid for that. And his justification was, well, you guys didn't sign with me, you signed with Sam. And so I guess he felt like, so you could just take that. So when it came down to doing the second album, I had not known at the time because we got ready to go out on tour with Public Enemy for the Fear of a Black Planet tour. And so it was during that tour that me and Chuck did and sat down, and Chuck gave me a jewel. Chuck was like, listen, don't get reckless yet. Stay with the label for 3 years. Put out 3 albums. After you do that, your name and your career will be based. Then you can file a suit. And even if it takes a year or 2 years, your name's so out there that another label will pick you up immediately. But he told me that a little too late because shooting up Bo Crane office hadn't already came into play. Me going to jail for shooting up the office already came into play. Pandisc not wanting to actually put any promotion behind the second album, which was That Was Then, This Is Now, which had a lot of great records on it, but there was absolutely no promotion. No videos, no promo pictures, no promo tour, no promo shows, no radio, no nothing. He just, like, because he's obligated to put the project out, he just put the project out. And I had a great rapport with him. What fucked it up was he signed us to do the second album for $20,000. Okay, so we got the advance for the 20,000, had $150,000 production budget. We was producing most of the album ourselves, so we cut a lot of the budget. So when we went back to him to get some more money from him, like, listen, I need some more money. I just had a kid, you know what I'm saying? My first kid, want to be a great dad. Like, I need like $10,000 more. So he was like, oh, I don't got it. So I go, okay, well, give me 5. Oh, I don't got it. Well, let me get $2,000. I really don't have it. I'm like, okay, well, right now, we just spent like $80,000 on the album. So you still owe us $70,000. If you ain't got $2,000, how you gonna give us $70,000? Oh, well, you guys just had to give me some, and I wasn't really hearing that shit, and so the record label ended up getting shot up. We ain't gonna tell who shot up the record label, just know I got charged for it, I went to jail for it, everything else, and that's all cool, fam. Yeah, Blowfly, the rapper Blowfly, he used to do the little explicit shit like Dolomite. He snitched. Yeah, he snitched. You know what I'm saying? He told on a nigga, flaw ass. But anyway, yeah, and so that's how that shit ended up coming into play. And so me and Bo fell out about that. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But business is business. But he would never fuck with me again.
How do you feel about him now?
How I feel about Bo Crane right now? Man, fuck that motherfucker. You can suck a nigga dick.
You're not the first one to say
straight up, fuck Bo Crane. Somebody, when you watch this documentary, Flam, Living Legend, IG, go in my DM and send me Bo Crane address. Like, that's how I feel about Bo Crane.
How much time did you do?
I actually ended up getting off with probation.
Thank God.
I actually getting off with probation because I had never had any priors that was real serious and nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? And with the way the studio was set up when the guns went to going off, whatever else, there's no way nobody saw anything. You know what I'm saying? So to go to trial on it, they wasn't really prepared for that. So to dead all that shit, I just took the probation.
Tell me about POD, Princess Darkness, and
so,
the projects that you're doing now.
POD, the Dawn of Day, Mr. 305, Mr. 1008 grams, that motherfucking guy. You heard me? I ended up going solo, doing a solo project. And me and my homeboy Eric, E-Class, you feel me? We got together one day. I said this is gonna be a tell-all documentary, so I was gonna tell it all, so okay, so fuck it. We hadn't got into the heroin industry, you feel me? Became heroin kingpins, and that's what it is. And so we started Po' Boy Entertainment. And really how that started was me and E sliding down 27th one day across the 175th, and he was on the phone with somebody, I don't know who it was, but he had him on speaker. And they was just kissing his ass. I mean, just, I had never seen anyone's lips wrap around anybody's ass as like theirs. So when he hung up, I said, Eric, let's start our own label. He was like, what? I said, nigga, you gonna be my Suge and I'm gonna be your Pac. And nigga, we gonna run this shit just like that because you got enough ass kisses where I can record trash. And as long as you tell them it's fire, they gonna say, yeah, that shit that fire, because you just had a whole bunch of fucking bootlickers, you feel me? And so and that's what we ended up doing. And so we started Po' Boy Entertainment. My homeboy Keenan Bailey, he had passed away, and his name was Po' Boy, you know what I'm saying? So we named the label after him. And we started the whole POD project. So that's when I started putting the records together. So I needed a producer, so I called Cognito. I needed you to produce some records for me. I called Jit, because he had these two R&B dudes, one on named Otis, one on named Rodney. Rodney was from Blackstreet. So I ended up calling him, hey, I need some dudes to come and sing on these hooks. So he brought them over. Then I ended up getting, BB asked me to feature Briscoe on one of my songs, and so I called Briss, like, Briss, I'm gonna let you get a feature. You know what I'm saying? Breonna Perry, she was 10. You know what I'm saying? She was 10 years old. I let her rap on one of the songs called Mr. Flim Flam I got on my album. I let her put, and I featured her on the album. I featured Rick Ross on that album. I featured Trick on that album. I featured Ism on the album. I featured Gunplay on that album. I featured Toro, God Bless the Dead, on that album. Like, I had everybody on it. I was on this like New York type shit. Like, I was like New York, they collab with all the other artists up there. You know what I'm saying? They bring in new artists like that. Like, they build a family type thing, you feel me? So that's what I try to do on my album, is like I want to incorporate all the new talent, plus all my dudes is doing their thing. I want to bring them in on this project. And so by way of me calling Cognito to do beats, he was like, who you doing the beats for? I was like, it's me and Eric, like it's our own label. He was like, oh, fuck that, I want to sign. So Cognito ended up signing with the label. Briscoe, damn, well, who you doing this for? This? It's me and Eric. Briscoe ended up signing to the label. Rodney and Otis, well damn, Nars, who the fuck you finna send this record to this? I said, nah, me and Eric got a label. And he's like, fuck that, I want to sign. So that's how everybody ended up signing. The Po' Boy was coming through and doing my project. So I had this record called Something Going On. There was a solo record. And we ended up going to Dre from Hot Box Productions, and he redid the beat for me. The original track was done by Charles. Charles had did the original track, but by the time I got ready to actually record it and put it out, the drums he used were dated. The samples sounded dated. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't where I wanted it to be. And so I had Dre reproduce a track, which is Something Going On that everybody hears right now today. So during the mixing process, we at Circle House, the song getting mixed. Eric come and pick me up. So he like, how you feel about Trick getting on Something Going On? So I was like, well, shit, that's cool, but I don't really need him. Like, the shit felt like that. He was like, well, he heard the song get mixed and he asked, could he get on it? So I was like, oh, he asked to get on there? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, fuck it then. Let him on. He said, good, I'm glad you feel that way, because he already ended up doing his verses. So by the time we pull up to Circle House, I go in, Trick verse already done. I listen to it, give him 2 thumbs up, green like that shit, let's run it. So in the process of that being done, we got Fat Boy with us one night, which is Rick Ross. I call him Fat Boy because that's my little dog, you feel me? So we got Fat Boy with us one night, we listening to the mixed version of the song, and he like, damn, Nars. And we're like, what's up? Dawg, let me get on that shit. Now, like, you know what, Fat Boy? You can get that. So I took my second verse, because I had 2 verses to the song. So I put my first verse, put Trick for the second verse, then I was the third verse again. I ended up scratching my second verse completely. And I put Fat Boy on there, you feel me? And that's just something going on, everybody here today with me, Trick Daddy, and Rick Ross, which is the first record Rick Ross ever got on that was actually played on Arbitron radio stations. He'd never heard himself on a radio station ever in life until my record, you know what I'm saying? And I was proud to do that for him because I wanted him to know what it is to have a real nigga by your side to do this shit musically. Like, even before we did that record, I used to go to Fat Boy crib, you know what I'm saying, and we would write together, you know what I'm saying? I would actually show him how to work a stage. I taught him stage presence. You know what I'm saying? We used to rent this little studio in North Miami Beach. There was nothing but a stage and mirrors all over the walls. And so I would teach him how to work a crowd, you know what I'm saying? Like, start over here, make your way over here, come back to the center, interact with the people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, look, but don't look. Right. Your head pointing at one person, but you don't even see them. Right, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So after doing that with him, whatever else, me and Charles started bringing him to shows with us. We was in Baltimore, Maryland. We bought him there. I did Mansion one night. We bought him there. We did Cameos one night. We brought him there. And so it wasn't just me telling him or showing him. He actually got to see me do the things I'm telling him and saw how it worked. And he was like, bro, like, that's you the shit. Like, ain't nobody fucking with you, dog. Like, you him, you know what I'm saying? And so then when he came to me and asked me to get on something going on, I felt like it was only right to like, yeah, give my brother a break, you feel me? So I put him on the record and my dog ain't looked back ever since.
What, and this one assumes you gotta do the Miami shoot too, but what I've heard as far as the industry, and especially in Miami, do you think there's no help as far as artists?
Listen, it's bigger than artists.
I know.
It's bigger than artists.
You know what I mean, as far as?
Miami pussy as fuck.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 because that's all the fuck I know how to do. Miami pussy as fuck. It's not just the artists, it's the puss-ass DJs, it's the puss-ass club directors, it's the puss-ass street promoters, it's the puss-ass club promoters, it's the puss-ass other artists, it's all that fuck, all that shit pussy. And here's why it's pussy. Because none of you niggas ain't shit and act like y'all the shit. You ain't never sold a fucking record. You ain't never did shit. But you want to charge a bitch to feature on something. Or you want to have a motherfucker pay you to play something. Or you got to pay a promoter to perform in a club to exploit your shit that you like. Like, all this shit is about the money now. And that's where it's fucked up, which is why half of these people that come out of our city is trash as shit. Y'all niggas garbage. Just want to let y'all know y'all trash. And here's why. Love. Love has been evacuated from the equation. See, they don't love music. You're doing music to try to get some money, which is why your shit don't sell. You feel me? A DJ that loves DJing, love playing records, he want new shit to play. He's not gonna charge you to give you a brand new fucking record and you're the first DJ to have it. He gonna charge you to play your shit. No, bitch, because if you love being a DJ, you love playing new music. A radio station should love having new music from their city to put out because they're the first radio station with it. But because you wanna tax somebody, you feel me, like, now he can't get his shit played and so he's nobody now. You feel me, like, program director, like I said, DJ director, like I said, artist, like I said, you feel me? Then the support system from the crib. Consumers, all you regular motherfuckers, you feel me? Y'all ain't got no respect for the artist that's busting his ass right now. Or, okay, bum. Oh, I know him. He stayed in the projects over my mama, just ran the third. He ain't nobody. Bitch, how he not nobody? That man got an album out right now. He got videos out right now. He going out on the road right now doing shows, doing what he got to do to better his life and everything else. How can you not support him? How is he a nobody? But the minute you hear, oh, shit, they got Baby Soldier coming. Who in the fuck is Baby Soldier? So you ready to ride his dick, go to the club and everything else because he ain't from here. But the nigga that you live over your mama, who you see doing the same thing, you can't support him. There's a lack of love. And that's why our city ain't shit. I'm gonna show you proof in what the fuck I'm saying. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, 2004. I stayed there for 1 year. Here's the crazy thing. 2004, Memorial Day weekend, I got a CD. Lil Jon gave it to me. It's like, bro, play this. Tell me what you think of it. Hit me up. I'm at So Def, Blase Squad Dance. I listened to the CD. I didn't know any of the records then. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know none of the records. But let me tell you who was on the CD. T.I. was on the CD. Naturally, Lil Jon was on the CD. Monica was on the CD. Usher was on the CD. Big Mike was on the CD. I-20 was on the CD. Ludacris was on the CD. Who else was on the CD? My shawty done cut me loose. What the nigga name is? Phil Mob. They was on the CD. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really putting two and two together then. But when I ended up moving to Atlanta, all of these same fucking records was on their radio station. That's all they played was they shit. That's all Atlanta played is they shit. That's it. Which is why Atlanta got so many motherfucking big, phenomenal ass artists, Sierra and all these other motherfuckers, because all they play is they shit. That's all they play. So by the time this no-name brand ass motherfucker shit gets spun 30 times on an Arbitron radio station, a major label is calling the radio station to ask whose fucking record is it? And they end up getting these people a deal.
So you're saying pretty much Atlanta was giving them love then?
Because that's all they do. Atlanta is one of the places where we used to tour all the time. We was in a caravan with Poster Take tour. I've never seen so many friendly people in my fucking life. We riding down the street and people sitting on their porches just, well, we don't know you, and I know goddamn well you don't know us, but that's friendly. That's friendly. And so they support each other, which is why they so big. They are the music mecca of the South right now, Atlanta. Why? They support each other. Miami, our city, 99 Jams, fuck you. Y'all don't support our city. Proof. This is something I know for a fact. Cardi B and Ball Greasy birthday are the same day. I heard they give a shout out to Ball Greasy. Every birthday, Blase Squad, they just right in the third, and they say, oh, it's Cardi B birthday, this, and they did a whole fucking 30-minute segment of playing this bitch shit. Got nothing against Cardi B, don't get it fucked up, that's just how I talk. Can't take it, turn my fucking documentary off.
No.
But at the end of the day, you feel me? For you to be 99 Jams and play Cardi B shit for a half hour, and I know Ball Breezy got a half hour worth of fucking music too. You didn't play one Ball Breezy record. You didn't play one. But you played her shit for a whole half a fucking hour. Trick Daddy birthday come every goddamn year too. I hear y'all niggas do all these motherfucking, oh, I love it when you call me Big Papa, motherfucking, what the fuck that nigga name is? Yeah, no, y'all play that nigga shit all motherfucking day on his birthday. Y'all play Pop, and that's my motherfucking dog. Me and Tupac are personal fucking friends. That's my fucking nigga. Y'all play his shit all day on his birthday, but I ain't heard a Trick Daddy hour on his birthday where y'all played all double shit. I ain't heard that. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen a Trina shit for her motherfucking birthday where y'all did that. I ain't seen a POD birthday. I ain't had a fucking POD birthday fucking shout out. The last shout out 99 John gave me was when I beat Trial.
Trina, Trick Daddy, Rick Ross, all still love with you? I mean, like it's still a good relationship?
Real do real. You feel me?
Who?
Real do real. Me and Trick relationship like this ain't never gonna change. It's a real nigga. I'm a real nigga. We ain't got no fucking choice. Anything else is fuck shit. Trina a real bitch. You feel me? Rapport like this. You feel me? Fat Boy a real nigga. I'll rapport like this. You feel me? Now, me and Fur Rider, rapport like this. You feel me? Me and Freezy, rapport like this. You feel me? But it's a lot of these other fuck niggas whose names I didn't call. That's because our rapport ain't like this. And that's just how the fuck I feel, period.
I just like to hear real shit like that.
Yeah, and I ain't calling no names because I ain't giving you fuck niggas no clout. Your name don't get called on my shit. If I ain't call your name on my shit, it's because we ain't like that, and it's because of you. Ain't because of me. It's because of you. Everything I ever did has been real. But, you know, bitches who ain't never had shit, bitches who ain't never did shit, or bitches who always wish they was you, when they get put in that position, they forget to be grateful. They forget to pay homage to how the fuck you got here. You feel me? Who paved the way for Miami music? It wasn't you. You feel me? Even when it come down to the streets, like these dudes out here with these fake ass traps. Oh, I'm trapping and I'm getting money. Nigga, if you ain't doing 90,000 a day, fuck nigga, don't call that shit no trap. You ain't got shifts, don't call that shit no trap. You struggling to make $800 a day, you not trapping, bro. But even with that, like, who got you here? Who paved the way for you to be able to do this? You feel me? And there is no respect in it. Like, and that's why this shit's so lost. You know, I go on my little live sometime and I just like, you know, snap on motherfuckers for a quick second. And they got about 6 hours to view that shit and then I delete it. But I'm always going in and telling my city how disappointed I am because we ain't keeping it real. We have never been followers. Miami has always been a trend-setting city. You feel me? Like real true-to-life gangsters, dude even told y'all they retire and move to Miami. Like that's what it is. You feel me? And so it's like we done lost our way. We started like this gang shit. Like, you know, when the fuck Miami had Bloods and Crips? Bitch, get the fuck out my face with that shit. I'm not on that. You niggas followers. You niggas weak as fuck. You niggas done lost your way. You don't know who the fuck you is. You ain't got no respect for your true identity because you don't know your history. I always tell them, dig into your past, man. Find out where the fuck you come from. Find out what your city is. Find out how you got where you're at and where you're supposed to be going. Find out how to get there. And you can't do that without paying respect and listening to the people who paved the way for you. You got to go back to the people that started this shit and pay homage. It ain't kissing ass. It ain't none of that. It's respecting the fucking game. We're your OGs. Without your OG, bitch, you ain't, even a lowercase g, you ain't shit. Because the city will swallow you up, and that's what our city do, is we swallowing up our own people, because we ain't supporting shit. We ain't doing shit. There's a lot of people out there in Miami got great talent, have the potential to be the next really, really big thing, and they will never, ever make it. The reason why? Your city don't fucking fuck with you because the city don't know how to show love to their own, and that's sad. In closing, what I want to say is this. Embrace yourself. Embrace what you know. Embrace your city. POD to Donna Day. Y'all lay around for the Younger Restless tour. Y'all lay around for the new Leonerist album. I'm recording.
When's the tour start?
The tour starts next month. The first date is in Jacksonville. I think it's the 15th. I'm not really sure, so don't lock me into that.
You can find that on the internet, though.
Yeah, exactly. And my last POD solo album, that's coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Lay around for it. We'll finish part 2 at the crib. Donna Dade.
Is there a way to reach you, or do you do any of that stuff?
If you want to reach me.
Reach him? I can reach him. I got his number.
If you want to reach me. You want to reach out to me, man, hit me up on my Instagram, you heard me? Flam Living Legend. FLAMLIVINGLEGEN. FLAMLIVINGLEGEND. Flam Living Legend.